I did read a lot of this article, Seize the Day, on behavior scientists. I'm sure John Levy is probably a really charismatic individual, somebody that would really encourage you to live life, and there's certain risks in life. But the nice part is he says research shows that, could you put research shows in quotation marks and search on every web page and website? I got to thinking about what research shows. Yes, it does. Quite often those that do all the researching, yes, they show what it shows. Yes. And I'm thinking I'm needing some research myself. Yes, I'd like to do some research, wouldn't you? Now, when the research shows, in general, people are happiest when they're doing something just outside their comfort zone. Yeah, let's say you're a woman. You're not comfortable. He does some things that are very, very, I think they're good. I mean, he can do them, so good for you. I like to be doing something other than what I'm doing. Yes. He wrote this 2 a.m. principle, discover the science of adventure, right? The influence dinners, yes. And then the influencers, a community he developed that comprises more than 800 thought leaders, Olympians, celebrities, scientists, Nobel laureates, yes. Could you get me those thought leaders? I'd like to know what they're thinking because I'm well aware of Google and their upgrade to their Gmail accounts, and I don't really think that those in TED realize the amount of damage they're doing. But it looks like there are individuals that are really pursuing what is known as living their lives, and they're in control of the amount of risk that they're willing to take, but they really want to have this experience of being alive. I like that type of experience for myself, and but I thought these well, get me the Olympians. Oh, good for you, the celebrities. Oh my gosh, the scientists and all the Nobel laureates. I'm sure they're well. Did you sew into them? I mean, these thought leaders, right? They have the ability to think outside the box, right? They're out there living their lives. They're experiencing everything that they can have as individuals. Yes, and you're sitting there thinking, "Fuck, well, you know what? Research shows that I'd be a lot happier if you even forced the law." Now, there's what's known as living life, right? Uh, Embracing random adventure since become a way of life for Levy. I've documented my want to adventure, my want to live my life. Oh, my need to have my sons. Oh, now. I'm sure that there are a lot of individuals that would like to talk to me in real life. Sheriff, I'd like to live to 105 years old, and I'd like to know how much. Mhm. Now, state of peak human performance. I'm not big on peak human performance, but I am very much into doing the same things every day, knowing that if I do what I do every day, I will have an eventual outcome. Now, there were those dinners that I wanted to plan during the 3 days of Marilyn's ovulation, and there was that vacation I wanted to take every 6 weeks. Yes. And there were those charities that I wanted to start. Now, for some reason, you in the police department seem to think that I'm like you, but I'm not. These 800 thought leaders, they're not like you. Now, as Olympians, well, let's go through all the Olympic teams. Celebrities, all of those in movies and television. Those personal scientists, those innovators. I had included, yes, in my email about the Intellectual Property Legal Association. Yes. And I wanted to know every member of them because you're obstructing my right to patent my innovations. In fact, I'm wanting to sue you for obstructing all of my rights because of your refusal to remove those fucking protection orders. Um, every innovation that I've documented, I'm going to sue every oath, badge, attorney, mandatory reporter, principal, superintendent, and every individual in this nation and other nations that thought that they didn't have to enforce the laws, the constitutions, the treaties, the agreements, and conventions because of your absolute fucking refusal. Now, I would have patented a lot of innovations over the last 2.5 years if you had given me my sons because you did not have jurisdiction to take them. And these types of individuals, I think I could get an invitation to dinner with some influencers, people that like to live their lives and